Wow. This bro's got a whole like 20 lines of code. This guy needs to be taught how to program. What is this? Let me show you how it's really done, buddy. Let's use a JavaScript database just to flex. At maybe 10, almost 100 times the amount of lines of code that bozo has. Very complicated promisify functions that we are rolling with here. So what we're actually looking at here is a JavaScript program that will connect to a database, ask you to perform a few options, and then you can exit. Some of the options that you can perform for this program include adding users, removing users, viewing matches, viewing a user's matches, viewing couples, setting your matches via preferences, asking someone out, ending your relationship, and exiting. If you can't guess, this program was very much inspired by my most popular video, How to Ask a Girl Out with Code. And what we've built here is a dating database management system. Let's take a look at what our database looks at before we get started. So starting off, we have the user table. All this is storing is the users of the database, so the ID number, the name, the age, the gender, either male or female, and the state, assuming that they're from the US. Otherwise, they're not in here. We're only going to do Americans. Sorry. Next up, matches. Now, this is going to look like a bunch of numbers to you. It's because it is. So we have the ID of the match, we have the user 1 and the user 2. These are references to users in here. These are foreign keys. And so if you see a number like say 1, user ID number 1 is this bozo, the guy from the video who can't get a girlfriend. And the same goes for couples. Let's try to execute a few operations on here. So we're asked to give an option number. Let's add a user to the database. Enter the name. Let's enter Gabe. His age, maybe he's a 32-year-old man living in his mom's basement. I don't know. Definitely a man. Probably comes from New Mexico or something. Sweet. Let's see if he's in there. To do so, let's use number 3, view users. At the very bottom here, we can see that Gabe was added. And if I come into users and refresh, Gabe is now here. Let's try removing Gabe from this database. Enter 2. We're told to enter an ID from this list of users, so let's enter 30, signifying Gabe. Gabe should now be out of the database. Let's view the users with 3 once again. He is no longer present here. And if I refresh on this main page, no longer here. Sweet. Let's view the matches in this database, because let's be honest, a bunch of numbers like this doesn't make very much sense. So, to do so, enter number 4. And we are signified with a list of matches. The user 1 represents the person who created all of the matches, and user 2 are the people they matched with. So for instance, this bozo went in here, signed up for this dating app, whatever it is, and decided to enter his preferences and match with people based on those preferences. Well, he managed to match up with a couple of people, 4 to be precise. And we have a few for other people. Sweet. Let's view these by a specific user. Let's view all of Lily's. So we enter number 5, and it asks us to enter the ID of the person we wish to view. Once again, we're going to do Lily, so 20, signifying Lily. and it'll display all of hers. So she is matched with 6 people based on the preferences she laid out. Sweet. Let's view the couples in our database. Enter number 6. We have 2. Nice. Let's set a user's match preferences. This is number 7. We enter the ID of who we wish to set for. Let's do Alicia. Number 10 signifies her. The lowest age she'll go is 18. The highest age she'll go will be 30. And she doesn't care if they're in the same state. So then she wants no. So what these all mean is this is the lowest age she's willing to date, highest age she's willing to match with, and she does not care if they're in the same state with her. If she put yes here, then only people from the same state as her would get matched. Now let's view her matches based on number 5 once again. Again, her ID is number 10. And now she has matches that weren't there previously. She's got 6. Let's ask out some people. So you enter number 8. Then you enter who is doing the asking out. Let's see if this bozo is lucky enough to get a girl. Enter 1 for him. This next question, do you prefer to ask somebody you are currently matched with? If you enter yes, you will only be able to ask people that are under your matches. And if you say no, you can ask anyone of the opposite gender from you, or this person. Ask them. You can ask them out, basically. So let's do yes. Okay, so the people matched with this bozo are all here. Let's see if he's lucky enough to ask. Let's ask Rose out. Number 19. What's her response? Oof, rejected. This guy's quite unlucky with who he asked out. I'm going to also interject and note, when you ask someone out, any matches they have of you or you have of them are removed afterwards if they say no. Now I'm only able to display this with number 5, number 1. See that now the one for Rose is no longer present. And I will also note that whenever you get into a couple, all of your matches for both of you are removed and you can no longer get more couples or matches. Cheating is not tolerated in this database. Let's ask out someone else from a different perspective because clearly that bozo's never getting a girlfriend. Let's try to get Alicia once again to ask someone out. Okay, let's have her ask Luke out. Number 24. Oof, Luke wasn't interested. Quite unlucky for her. Well, maybe she wants to try again with another person. Okay, let's try Jacob. 29. Still not interested. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try Bob. Bob's not interested. Let's try another one. Let's try James. Seems like Alicia's luck is about as good as that other bozo's. Let's try another person asking them out. Another person who had more preferences was Connor, so let's do 26. Okay. Let's have Connor ask out Elizabeth. 7. Okay. He got yes, I'd love to. Finally, someone got a girl. Okay, so what this should mean now is that if I try to view the matches, I should no longer see Connor's name anywhere. So, number 4. I do not see Connor in there. If I list the couples, you can see now Connor and Elizabeth are now a couple. Good for them. Bet you that bozo's jealous. Maybe he wants to break them up. Okay, well, let's say Elizabeth got tired of Connor in a few weeks. Well, let's come in here and have her remove it. So she comes in here and ID number 7 references her. And now, I hope it was a mutual dumping. Let's view the couples once again to confirm that they are now no longer a couple. I'm not going to say perfect, but in context of the program, it certainly was what we expected. Now let's exit the program. So you may be wondering why the asking out process took so long for me to get someone to say yes. That's because it's just like in the real world, completely based on random luck. As in, down here, there is a 30% chance of you getting a yes answer from someone you're matched with mutually. And there's a 10% of saying yes if you aren't matched with them mutually. So just like in the real world, your odds of getting with someone, not that great. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was quite inspired by my other one and really wanted to try to get a JavaScript one. I've been working on trying to get this to work in JavaScript for months now, and I finally figured out what the syntax was, and within the span of 2 days after figuring out the syntax, managed to pump this whole program out. So I'm quite happy with it. Though I will note, having almost 1,000 lines of code, it's a bit crazy, but you do require a lot of inlining whenever you're referencing a lot of async functions. JavaScript is very strange when it comes to syntax, and it has elements that are more reminiscent of the C, Rust, C++ databasing than the C Sharp, Python, Java versions that I have displayed already on here. If you guys enjoyed this video, I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and like. I will see you all around. Peace.